Race 2 of the Motor Honda Cup is a top 10 reverse grid, so that means that Rick Wakelin and Nathan Strachan will be on pole position. Richard G, who finished 4th, will start from 7. Tim Pollard will start from 8 further down through the field. Watch out for David Grigor from grid position 15 and Alistair Bush in the EK Civic from grid 21. Rounding out the top 30 field will be Jason Wheel in the Honda Civic. Revs come up, the lights will go out very shortly. I'm joined in commentary by Al Stewart, who is essentially the father of the Honda Cup class, and we'll get into that very shortly as the lights go out and we go racing. And it's a great start from car number 35, and that is Strachan, and I think he's got the best of Rick Wakelin as they head down into turn 1, this off-camber corner. So we're watching out there for cars number 52 and 36. They'll be mired back in the pack for the moment, but out in the front it looks like it is 35. Alan Stewart, I mentioned that you're the father of this class. Tell us how it came about.
Oh, a couple of times I've bought cars to race in series, and I ended up buying a Honda out of the touring car series for New Zealand, and only to find the year after that the series died. I moved into SS 2000 and started Honda Challenge within that series, and then we decided to run a Honda only series, which we've run for the last 4 years in the winter, and this year we decided to run a summer series. And within the last 12 months we've gone from a small field, 15 cars, up to a 40 car field, and today with 30 cars.
So we have a look at the mid-pack of the field here. Big car field, as you heard El say. 30 cars face the starter as they did in race 1. And it is still number 35, Neil Strachan in first place. Rick Wakelin back in second place. Grant Shirley there in third. 33, this is Steve Taylor. Steve Taylor's done a lot of work in this car. He ran it in the production car series. I think he's run it in SS 2000 as well. Yeah,
he has. He's done a lot of running and getting a lot of mileage out of the car. And even though it's a little heavy, it's still competitive in this field.
Well, let's talk about the field and talk about the classes, because we've mentioned it before. 4 classes involved: H1 1600cc engine capacity, H2 1800 engine capacity, H3 2 litre, and then there's the H4 class for 2 litre or bigger, and I guess they're for the older Integras and Vectras and things like that. Yeah,
well, you know, Honda's a bit of a unique engine at 1800cc, so it was a little lemon in a 2 litre class, so we chose to break at 1618 2 litre. Then we had some people with H22s that wanted to run as well, so we have a weight restriction for capacity class, and that equalises the cars a little. So you've got around about 200 kg difference between the smallest capacity and the largest in the field.
Well, we've got a battle on our hands here, because Nathan Strachan was leading this race, but Grant Shirley's really put the acid on them as they work their way in and out of the hairpin here at Hampton Downs. And right in this fight as well as Gary Wilson in car number 77. Rick Wakelin, who's in pole, is back a little ways, and we get the first glimpse of Mark Walters. Not only is he the points leader in the competition, but he is the winner of race number 1. So Shirley goes into the front now.
Shirley's car's interesting. In DC2, originally we had a B series engine, and it's been repowered with a later model K series. And the K20 is a very good engine for racing, requiring no modifications, and puts out around about 260 horse at the flywheel. So it can be a little heavier and still be on the face.
The rapid wire electrical car of Nathan Strachan holds on to second place for the moment as they cross the stripe, but you just get the feeling, Al, that that might be pretty tenuous at best, because just coming into the shot there in the 36, this is Mark Walters. He's done a fantastic job to get through the traffic. He started from grid position 10.
Yeah, well, Mark's got an EF car, which is the earliest you can run in the series, a very lightweight car, and it's got a reasonably mild engine, V18C, which he's built himself, but a hard charger. He drives it as hard as it can, and you'll see how late he breaks into the corner and how much grip he gets, and that's what gets him up the front.
Martin Dunn coming into consideration as well as we look at Grant Rivers. He comes up and over the top of the brow of the many hills here at this 2.6 kilometre circuit at Hampton Downs. Through the hairpin they go once again. Now it's down the short chute into the big sweeper at the top end of the circuit. And Grant Shirley holding sway. Walters into second place now. Then we go back to car number 22 by the look of it, and that's Gary Wilson. And then Richard G figuring in this as well. And also Martin Dunn that we mentioned before. And I know that Martin was one of the front runners in SS 2000.
Yeah, Martin has. Martin's won the championship Honda Cup and Honda Challenge a couple of times, and he's an ex-bike racer from the UK, pro bike racer, so he's a hard charger. Richard's behind him, and he's recently converted from a 1600. He was the winner of the 1600 class last year, and now he's running a K20 in the 2 litre class, so it's been a big jump for him this weekend with his first ride in the car. Oh, here we go, car on the wall.
It's car number 71, and that is James Post in the Integra, and that's taken a fairly good hit, and he's done it all on his own. And well, the gravel trap's meant to slow him down, but it didn't really, and you see the head go forward. And I know a lot of these guys are running the hands device, the head and neck support device on their helmets.
It doesn't look too bad. Yeah,
okay.
I think we've been encouraging guys to exceed the safety standard. So, you know, a lot of them use equipment that they don't have to, but they realise that, you know, it's there for their own good.
Well, no sign of a safety car, and that's good news for Mark Walters as he comes across the stripe again. I think the last lap board will be out this time for Walters as he looks to make it 2 for 2 here at Hampton Downs. Oh, just gets a little bit untidy under brakes into that notorious first turn that we've talked about.
Yeah, he's been lucky to make the break, and I think Shirley might have been holding up done a little, so, you know, he's get the chance to get away, but he's still pushing very hard. The
Motivate Motorsport number 36 of Mark Walters on his way to another win here at Hampton Downs.
I think it just goes to show this is the style of racing where you really try and promote guys in an old car, home built, and driving it hard. You know, you've got a small budget and does exceptionally well.
Well, it may be cut and dried for Mr. Walters, but I think it's anybody's guess about second, third and fourth at the moment, because there is absolutely nothing in it. Less than a second covers the next 3 spots. Walters comes up the hill for the last time. He'll see the checkered flag first. Shirley looks like he's got a bit of a break there in second place, but Dunn and G will argue about the minors. Checkered flag comes out, and Mark Walters makes it 2 for 2 here at Hampton Downs. Grant Shirley goes across the line in second place, and I think I'll leave it to the judges to pick third and fourth. Great racing in the Motul Honda Cup. So no doubt about the race winner in race 2 for the Motul Honda Cup. It was Mark Walters. Second place went to Grant Shirley, and then there was indecision. Martin Dunn, the judges say, got third from Richard G, and Gavin Yort in 5th place. 6 was Gary Wilson. In 7, that was Nathan Strachan, and in 8, Steve Taylor.
Yeah, look, I managed to get through the traffic early on, and then, yeah, plain sailing from there on in. The car was good.
You have to work me through this, because this old G, mate, with your driving style, she's a rocket through the corners, but are you struggling a bit in a straight line?
Yeah, in the first race, Shane, who won the race, definitely a whole lot more horsepower. Mine's just a 1800, pretty basic, but yeah, it's got good corner speed.